It's amazing to think that almost a decade has passed since I reviewed Pixar's 2015 masterpiece, Inside Out. Directed by Pete Docter, the movie tells the story of 5 emotions living inside the mind of an 11-year-old girl named Riley. I vividly recall how this movie captivated me with its vibrant environments and compelling world building. I also remember falling in love with the iconic characters and the excellent voice acting. But most of all, I was deeply moved by the powerful and emotional storytelling that tugged my heartstrings. But hey, let's not dwell too much in the past, because it's time to watch Riley enter the age of puberty. Joy and the rest of the emotional team have some unexpected newcomers entering the headquarters, and they're about to make some serious changes for Riley as she adapts to teenage life.
So my team has run all the data and we're looking at the following likely scenarios. First, we don't take this camp seriously and we goof off with Bree and Grace. Riley looks really uncool in front of Val. She fails to impress the coach, does not become a firehawk, and finally arrives at high school. She has no one. She eats alone and only the teachers know her name. Ew.
Okay, you and I are gonna be friends.
At first glance, it may seem like a simple repeat of the previous movie with a few smaller changes. However, the sequel doesn't take that approach and instead offers bold and creative storytelling and world building within Riley's mind, such as adding a new feature that embodies Riley's true self. The success of both the prequel and the sequel lies in the interconnectedness of their storylines. In the sequel, Riley turns 13 and goes to hockey camp, where she must choose between sticking with her old buddies or making new ones. This choice leads to the original 5 emotions being temporarily locked away while the new emotions take control. The genius storytelling elevates the visuals even further. The artists once again demonstrate their love and creative imaginations when designing the characters and adding new elements to the environments. They have also created bigger and trickier obstacles for our heroes to face, such as the hilariously titled Sarcasm. This further demonstrates that even juvenile puns can be effective in storytelling under the right circumstances.
Boy, are we so lucky we ran into you guys! Boy, are we so lucky we ran into you guys!
Huh?
Please! We really need your help! We really need your help!
What's their problem?
The animation is a phenomenal upgrade because it successfully balances 2 different styles. It portrays the realistic down-to-earth vibe in Riley's world while using a zany cartoon aesthetic to depict the insides of her mind. There is also a nice paper cutout sequence and a few extra characters such as Bluefy and Pouchy into the animation. It is also wonderful to see the original 5 emotions returned with some added layers, particularly Joy. She made sure to remember the experiences from the first movie, yet still has a lot to learn about taking care of Riley. The other emotions such as sadness, fear, disgust, and even anger have their moments to shine. This happens as they sometimes step out of their signature personalities while retaining their iconic traits. Additionally, it's great to hear that Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith, and Lewis Black return to their respective emotions. However, new actors are standing in for the other 2 with stellar results. For example, Tony Hale put in a solid effort channeling his inner Bill Hader as Fear, while Lisa Lapira stays true to Mindy Kaling's sassy performance as Disgust. As for the new characters, we start off with Anxiety, voiced brilliantly by Maya Hawke. While she may initially resemble Fear, Anxiety emerges as a distinct emotion, demonstrating her capability to surpass Joy as the new leader of Riley's headquarters, thus being made a suitable antagonist for her character without portraying too much as a villain.
What do you think you're doing? Riley's life is more complex now. It requires more sophisticated emotions than all of you. You just aren't what she needs anymore, Joy.
Ayo Enderberry, who you remember last year as the voice of April O'Neil in TMNT Mutant Mayhem, is perfect as Anxiety's wide-eyed assistant Envy. Adele Exarchopoulos uses her French accent and attitude as the lazy tech-savvy Ennui, which is French for boredom by the way. And we even get to see some development for the big, strong yet shy embarrassment with vocal performances by Paul Walter Hauser. Overall, these 5 new emotions are welcoming additions to Riley's mind. And yes, I do mean 5 because there's one more emotion that appears and I'm not gonna dare to spoil. But anyways, Inside Out 2 is a sequel that surpasses what the original accomplished by adding a unique twist to a previous story, a stunning variety of animation, and a familiar charm of both old and new characters, adding depth and dimension to the movie. I guarantee you that this is a must-watch film for anyone, whether you've seen the first movie or not. Because much like Riley had to go through in the first film, Pixar has been experiencing a streak of bad luck in the first half of the 2020s. I mean, despite receiving critical acclaim, some of their previous films such as Soul, Luca, and Turning Red have not generated as much revenue at the box office as expected, probably due to having premiered on Disney Plus rather than in theaters. And sadly, there have been numerous layoffs prior to the release of the sequel. But thankfully, Inside Out 2 has received worldwide praise and earning extremely well on its opening weekend. So it looks like things are on the up for the award-winning animation studio. Oh, and by the way, as I was recording this review, I heard that the Pixar team has just finished a spin-off series about the Dream Productions studios from the first movie, and it'll premiere on Disney Plus next year. So chances are we'll be returning to Riley's Mind sooner than we think. But in the meantime, give this gem of a film to watch in theaters and show some love for the dedicated team at Pixar.